and speak for you. I never dreamed in all of my stuff that I had done, never dreamed that I would have anything to say to any VIPKid teacher. When I started, and I actually started about a month after Tina. I didn't realize we were really that close. I started in August of 2017. And I was a little frustrated. I failed my mock class. How many? Please tell me. I'm not the only one. Anybody failed your first mock? Yep, failed it. Yep, there you go. Mock 1, mock 2 back in those days. Yeah, I failed mock 2. But realized, okay, it finally clicked with me, the whole incidental language, all that. Finally clicked. Got some chick to help me out. See somebody to help me. Took it again, hired within 3 days. Okay, so it was Nancy was like, "Here's my stuff," and then I didn't. Anyway, it worked. So I was hired there, but I was frustrated because I couldn't find the information that I wanted. Because I'm one of those people that wants to know all the information, not just a little sliver. I wanted to know everything. So I started like Tina did. I started making videos pretty quickly and started a YouTube channel, started doing referrals. And, I thought, I've got a whole 1 month of experience. I can tell you how to do this. Whatever. And I've helped a lot of people get hired, and it's been really exciting. I did start a Facebook group called VIPKid Teachers Wanted for referrals, and then we were starting to get people hired in there, and they were asking all these questions, and we were losing the focus from hiring stuff. So a friend of mine and I, who was helping me with the group, we started the group VIPKid Teachers Hired on Facebook. So if you are not a member of that group, I just welcome you to join it. We don't put up with any mess in that group. We're nice to each other. If you're not nice, you're gone. Okay? Yeah, that's just kind of the attitude. If you're not nice, we just... There are what? Keep moving. Okay, so join my group, VIPKid Teachers Hired, whatever we're going to do. So what I want to talk about today is I have spent the last 2.5 years building up not just a little side gig. Okay, I've been spent 2.5 years building a business with the VIPKid, and I want you to have to do that. But I want you to understand that this is more than just a little side gig. It's more than just a hobby. Okay, this is your business, and you have to treat it as a business when you do that. Just a little bit about me. That's my family. My husband Daryl, my kids Jeremy and Rebecca. Jeremy's 16. He's driving. Oh my God. And Rebecca is 12, and that's Cuddles down there in the bottom corner. Yes, 95-pound dog named Cuddles. Anyway, so that's my family there. We live just outside of Raleigh. Anyway, and I did get to go to Beijing in 2019, which was absolutely amazing with Tina. It was just unbelievable. Anyway, so I drugged my little dino all around Beijing, and I made dumplings with Jessie Chen. Y'all, you just cannot imagine. It was so amazing. And climbed the Great Wall and in the pouring rain. Okay, so it was just amazing to do that. And then I hung out with this chick. Named Tina, in the middle of this is in the middle of the Forbidden City, and then we decided to be a little goofy. And Tina was like, she was to one of the other people, one of the other teachers go, "Here, come here, get on my back and help us." And then she looks at me and I'm like, "Girl." So anyway, we had a lot of fun with that. But all this to say, I love VIPKid. I really do. I love VIPKid. It has made a huge difference in my life. In my family's life. I was looking for something at the time. I was a pastor's wife and doing 5 billion things in church. My kids were homeschooled. They're now in public school, but I needed something that would work around that, and I needed, frankly, they're not exactly known for paying pastors huge amounts of money, so we needed the money. We frankly needed the money, and so I found this, and I was so excited about it. I wanted to share it with other people to know how to do that as well. So that's where I started with VIPKid, but I quickly realized that I needed to build this to be more. And so I want you to understand, whether you just want to teach, whether you want to refer, whatever you want to do, this is all about building a business. I drink all the orange Kool-Aid. Okay? I love, I've got a jacket, a shirt, I have dino socks, everything. My son's famous, world famous thing that if you mess up anything, my son even goes, "You get a star." Yeah, I get that. But I do want you to remember, this is your business. My parents owned their own business for 35 years. They had an RV dealership in Abilene, Texas, and they worked hard on this business. They really did. Never was incredibly successful, but they worked hard at it. And I saw them staying up late nights and early mornings and all this to do this. And they poured themselves into this business. We have to think of that of doing that as well. So let's talk about how you're going to not only build your business, but protect your business with VIPKid. So the first thing let's talk about is your relationship with VIPKid and how you need to protect that relationship. So the first thing that you got to do this, y'all. You got to be a faithful teacher. Show up for class. Okay, I will admit. I'm gonna admit. Confession is good for their soul, right? I have had one teacher no-show in over 3,000 classes, and it was my own stupid fault. It was during Chinese New Year last year, and I had like a 6 and 6:30 class, and then didn't have another one until like 8:30 in the morning. And so I'm sitting there on my computer working on a video to post to get more teachers hired, and just zoned out completely missed the class. 12 minutes after 9 o'clock or whatever it was I was supposed to teach, and I went, oh! And of course it was already teacher one and all that, okay? Yes, it happens. Forgive yourself, move on. Make sure you have things in place that you don't let that happen again. Multiple alarm clocks if needed, okay? Whatever you need to do, show up for class. Do your absolute best not to cancel. If you've got to teach on an iPad in a car, not ideal, do it if you need to. Okay? But do whatever you can. Be a faithful teacher. If you open a slot and it gets booked, do that. Okay? Now, yes, emergencies come up. They happen. Okay? We get sick. I've had to cancel a few things for being sick. And that happens. But do your absolute best to be there. This is the number one thing that affects your reputation with VIPKid, is not showing up for class. They told us while we were in Beijing, 10% of our parents and that experience some kind of teacher cancellation or no-show in any given week. Okay, 10%. Okay, that's huge. That's why they make such a big deal of you canceling a class or not showing. 10% of them are dealing with a cancellation of a class or a no-show at any given time. Okay, so that's why it is so important. They pay for those lessons. They want to make sure that we're steady and that we're faithful to be there. Okay, the next thing is, Shannon's already said it, so I'm just going to say one thing. Be a good teacher. She's covered that. Please be a good teacher. Just try. I'm going to share one thing. This has nothing to do with the topic, but if you saw Zach Dykchtwald at Journey, or if you've read his book, you remember the book? I've read it.
Young China.
Young China. Yep. You need to read that book, okay? But he talks about the 4-2-1 concept. The 4-2-1 is that there are 4 grandparents that only had 1 child each. Those 2 children got married, and they have 1 child. Maybe, okay, now we're, of course, it's relaxing, getting into more, 2-child families. So there is all the pressure of the 4 grandparents, the 2 parents, all down on this 1 child. That's where that pressure comes from. And it's expected, their retirement plan is that kid to be making enough money to support their family. Okay?
What was the name?
Pardon me?
Young
China.
By Zach.
Zach Dykchtwald. D-Y-K.
D-Y-C-H-W-A-L.
Yeah, what she just said. Okay?
It's technical.
Yeah, but look at Young China.
I got
H-W-A-L-D.
All right, we were doing it. Do your feedback. Okay? And write good feedback. Detail. If you have not read, here, I'm cutting another book here. Ed Nace.
Ed Nace, yeah.
Ed Nace, N-A-C-E. I think it's ednace.com. He lived in China, taught in China for a long time, and he really understands how to write feedback. Detailed, specific feedback. Not just, Johnny did such a good job today. I'm so glad he was in my classroom. Please leave me 5 apples. No, that's not it. Okay, you give feedback that helps them understand. Hey, Johnny really struggled with the conjugation of the verb, blah, 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 blah. Can you help him with that? Write specific feedback that they can work with. So be good at writing feedback and understand. It doesn't have to take forever. Okay, it doesn't have to be super long. We're not writing an essay for each one, but just write some good detailed feedback. Okay? Pardon me? Zach Dykchtwald was the Young China. Ed Nace is the other one. Ed, N-A-C-E. If you're not a part of the group on Facebook's Say What? Say What? Okay, and they also help with translations. If you end up with some kind of weird translation on a 5-apple feedback, you know, the teacher, my child wants to ask out. Okay. Yeah, but they'll help with some of those translations on there. Okay. Now the next thing, build a relationship with your parents. Learn about them. Learn about your students. What are they interested in? If you've got those regulars, find out. Are they into, you know, I found out a kid that I've been teaching for over a year now. He's at level 5. He is super, super into Ultraman. Can you, every Ultraman reward, I didn't even know what Ultraman was, okay? But it's huge there. So every Ultraman Google Slides reward, I'm using those with him because he loves them. He shows me, he pulls out his whole book of Ultraman cards. Get to know your students so that you can be a part of their lives. That's really what we're there. We're a part of your life with that. So get to know them, build that relationship. That also encourages 5-apple feedback. Okay? Ask them a question in your feedback. What is Johnny like? You know, what is he struggling with in English class at school? Ask them that in feedback. Let me know in your feedback to me. That's going to encourage them to give you, send you feedback back. Feedback back. Feedback back. Anyway, so that'll help build that relationship with them. Okay, so the next thing is, Kristen is still here, right? Kristen Carlos, okay. All right, corporate VIPKid is not here now, okay? Because I do need to say, you've got to protect your business from VIPKid, okay? Let's admit, they're not perfect, okay? There's 100,000 teachers plus now. Okay? They're not a perfect company. Their policies are not perfect. Things get lost in translation. One of the things that surprised me in China is that the LPs and the firemen don't speak English very well. Okay? I was really, really surprised at that. From what I experienced, y'all may have experienced something different, okay? From what I experienced, I would equate a lot of the ones that I met, level 4, level 5.
I wouldn't even give it that much.
Some of them were probably,
Level 5.
yeah. Some of them really struggled, you know, with communicating with us. Okay, everything they type is in Chinese and automatically translated. That's why the stuff that they send you in the fireman or whatever, that's why it's so awkwardly phrased, because they're typing it in Chinese. They are not typing it in English. Okay, so they do not speak very good English with their. Some of the tickets that we send are even sent to. They have people that answer tickets in the Philippines. They have people that answer tickets all over China. Different departments go different places. So some of them, there's varying abilities of English there. So we have to be very, very careful. The first thing I want you to do, how many of you work on a Mac? I'm on a Mac. Okay, I work on a Mac. I love my Mac. I used to be a PC girl until about 1.5 years ago. I invested in a Mac. Command 3. What is Command 3?
Screenshot.
Screenshot. Okay, how many of you are on a PC? How do you do screenshot on a PC? Because I forgot to
Control.
Control what? Okay, so the way I designed it was a shift command screenshot. Or print screen, right?
That little screen out.
Mine's window
Okay,
key.
whatever your way is on your computer, figure out how to do a screenshot, okay? And you need to be taking lots of screenshots, okay? Particularly if you get into a class and your student is not there, the very first thing you do within 5 seconds is screenshot, okay? To prove I was there. I was there, okay? And then, you know, for me, for a no-show, if a student doesn't show up, within the first 5 seconds, I screenshot. I type in the chat box at 1 minute. Student not here at 1 minute, screenshot. Okay? Then I refresh the page. I switch the line. Switch lines and refresh the page. Student not here at 1 minute and 30 seconds, screenshot. Okay? I do it again, 5 minutes, no student, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, the whole time. Screenshot, screenshot, screenshot. Okay? Now if you choose to put up leave your camera on, now you might cover it, but leave it up. Or maybe if you use minicam like I do, put up another screenshot, screenshot, so you can prove. Because there are going to be times when they're going to say, you aren't in the classroom.
Yep.
Okay? It's going to happen. Y'all, it's a tech problem. It's a tech
It's happened twice to me.
Do it.
It's happened twice, and I'm only 100 days in.
It's going to happen, and so you have to protect yourself. Okay? You have to protect yourself with those screenshots. And then if it does happen, you send in a ticket, you ask for, first off, don't do the ticket on that one. Go the direct route and go to request finish type change on your booking page. You got to go there first. Okay? Go through that process and include your screenshots. And here's the next thing, is when you are communicating with them, short, simple sentences. Okay? Okay? Short, simple sentences. This class was marked as a teacher no-show. It was not, period. Okay? I was in the class, period. Here are my screenshots showing that I was in the class. Here. I did this. I switched, listed the whole thing out. Okay? Same thing if you get a negative feedback. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to mention, so I'm part of the builders program, and one thing they mentioned is being polite, like regardless of anything, even if it's short and sweet, just like be polite. And I didn't mean to like jump into
That's okay. There's a difference between a screenshot or between an email that says, I'm not getting any buckets, and I got all this stuff, you said it. Okay, and I am,
Delete.
I am so excited about teaching for VIPKid. Could you please send me some classes because I am ready to teach. Huge difference. Right? You get more honey? What is it? You get more? Yeah. Thank you. Flies more. You have more flies with honey than vinegar. Okay, be nice. Okay, be positive. Okay, yes, stuff happens. Okay, stuff happens, but you got to communicate that positively. Okay, but make sure you've got all those screenshots. How long do you keep your screenshots?
Forever.
Okay, officially keep it till you get paid. Okay, once you get paid for that class, you can delete the screenshots. How many of you have a folder on your computer with 1,800 screenshots in it? I never delete them. Okay, yeah.
Organizing. Oh my goodness.
Yes, you can take a screenshot in the app, but yeah, I've never really, does that send it to your computer screenshot or does it say
Yes, you can, no, you can save it to your folder.
If you hit save, it just sends it to your folder. If you hit save and report, it's going to do both.
Okay.
Send it to you and to theirs.
I
The
just-
thing you need to know is, it makes that noise, it sounds like a picture,
Yeah.
but the kids can hear it.
The kids can't, yeah, okay.
Oh.
See, that's why I just do it with my computer so that I've got it there, I know it's saved online.
So if
But
they're
yeah.
doing something very, very inappropriate, you can screenshot it.
Yes.
Okay.
If a child is doing something inappropriate, definitely screenshot it, send it to VIPKid, and if there's nudity, okay, delete it. Delete it, huh?
If there's nudity, don't do that.
Well, I would say, I would say do not screenshot nudity. No. Because it could come back and bite you, okay? But that's when you definitely send in a ticket and say, please delete the video of this class because
I mean, they have it.
Because you don't want anyone to come back and say, you've got child
Right.
pornography on your computer. Okay?
So you send the photo.
Send a photo. I would, well, you know what they say, I would,
If it's nudity,
That was
no.
naked, and you go look at the feet, and then
yeah,
keep moving.
yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't even, now that I think about it, I wouldn't even screenshot it. Now, if I saw, if a kid was giving me the bird or something like that, yes, I would screenshot that. I've never had that. I've had some foul language. I've never had
What's
to
the
do
bird
that. So,
Chinese?
but I'm not gonna screenshot nudity. I don't want that on my
Europe is
computer.
like
Yes.
that is
One of my little students that takes 3 times a week from me mooned me twice in class. I did not take his picture, but I wrote to his parents.
Yeah.
And I wrote to the LP. I said, you need to look at this video. You need to talk to him.
Yeah.
I love this kid. I could tell in his eyes. He was just getting too hyper that day.
They told us in Beijing that the policy now is if we experience something like nudity or something like that, when we send in the ticket, they send the parents here's this video to watch about appropriate behavior, and if we ask them to, they will block that student from being able to book us again. Okay, and then if it happens a second time, they get a stronger email, stronger video. If it happens a third time, they will block them from the VIPKid platform. Of course, that does not stop them from just creating a new account through it again. But anyway, let's move on because I don't want to run out of time. Know and follow their policies. You got to know their policies. Okay, that means you're going to have to spend some time reading through the resources, reading through Facebook groups, reading through, and Facebook groups may not be the perfect place to find that because there's a whole lot of rumor and stuff changes every 3 minutes. Okay, so know their real policy on what that is. Okay, okay. Make sure I'm going to go through this. Okay. Know and follow their policies. There's been a lot of talk about this while ago, or lately, is selling things with VIPKid on it. If it even says VIPKid, if it has any of the logos, if it has any of the characters, you can't sell it. You just can't. Okay? They will come after you for that now. So just don't do that. Okay? Integrity in this also. Don't fake an IT. And if you do, don't post about it on Facebook, okay? Did not. And that's the next thing. This is the next thing we're going to talk about is protect yourself in the online community, in the VIPKid community. If you're in those, I'm in 4,621 Facebook groups.
Wow.
Okay, for VIP. Okay, maybe not quite that many, but I'm in a bunch of those Facebook groups because I want to know what's going on. I want to see what's going on. But I'm going to be very careful about what I say in those groups, and I'm going to be very careful about how I talk about the company. If you worked for Wendy's Widget Shop, okay, and you went onto Facebook and you said, and you talked about, I can't believe the Wendy's Widget Shop did, and you named all it, you talked about how long would you have a job? No, they would not. Y'all, you know that there are VIPKid corporate people in those Facebook groups, right? Maybe not under the name Eric Chong, but Eric's in those. Okay, he's in some of those groups. Maybe he's on another thing. Maybe there's somebody else that they're in those groups and they're reading what you're saying. And if you put it in, I thanked the teacher IT this morning. No, don't do it. Okay, be careful with your online. There is this really neat thing on your mouse. It's called a scroll button. If you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. There is no need. Okay, obviously our tone of voice and our joking manner or whatever does not translate to typing it. And don't be like a keyboard hero, keyboard warrior that goes in and I can just say anything I want because you don't really know me. No, they do. Okay, be careful, be kind. Scroll on if it's not helping. Okay, you are the face of VIPKid. If you're constantly griping and moaning and complaining about it, is anybody else want to be a part of that? No. We got to protect the reputation of VIPKid online as well, especially if you're posting on your personal wall or maybe in a networking group or something like that. You've got to do that. Make sure you do that. Make sure that you're using honesty and integrity whenever you're doing anything with recruiting. No false claims. You're going to make $22 an hour and you're going to be able to teach 100 classes a week your first week. Okay? You've got to be real with them. Okay? You got to be real with them and say, look, Chinese New Year stinks as far as booking goes. Don't expect much until later February or March. This is what the pay system is. You're going to make okay, yes, I know the advertisements say $18 to $22 an hour, but they just changed that and it's going to be a little bit less. Okay? Still be positive. Isn't it wonderful? Look, you can teach 181 classes a month. Look at what you'll make. Okay.
How do we spin that? I mean, because that, I feel like I'm going to have to spin that, whereas before I could do that. That's what I mean.
Yeah, there is a little spin to it. Okay, because honestly, it is less than what we're making now.
So how do we know how much they're making now? It's only for new teachers, right?
It is only for new teachers that get their demo lesson after December 26th. Go watch my YouTube. Okay? We're not going to go. Don't tag Eric. If you're on that Etiquette, the official group, don't tag Eric or everything. He's one guy. If it is serious, if you have a problem, go the right way. Send in a ticket. I promise you, you will get faster results by sending in a ticket than you will by tagging Eric. I promise you will. Eric was my babysitter in Beijing. This girl could not do all the walking and all the climbing. So as we're going through the Forbidden City, he stayed with me, and we took the straight line through there. And Tina and the rest of the gang, they were going off, looking here, looking there, and climbing up the hill and all this. And Eric's like, all right, let's go on, let's meet over here. Yeah. So Eric was my babysitter. This is us leaning up against the wall in the Forbidden City. It was so much. He was so sweet. But seriously, don't tag him and everything. Okay? Now, last thing we're going to talk about. Build your business by investing in yourself. How much time, money, effort, risk did my parents put into their business? Everything. Everything centered around that business. Okay? They started that business with $200. Okay? I don't know if they got much more than that when they finished, but they survived it. But they invested in that, and they were not afraid to make those investments in what they needed. Don't be afraid to buy the equipment that you need. Whether that be a pair of comfortable headphones that you can wear comfortably for hours on end, gaming headphones, even if they look like the astronautical thing. Invest in a good pair of headphones.
That's way to cover up bad hair.
There you go. Because I get up at 25 minutes before my first class normally, and I can do a whole lot. It looks like a headband, but But invest in a good set of headphones that are comfortable and that really pick you up. You have that unidirectional. But if you're having IT problems, you might need to buy a new computer. Okay? You might need to invest in that. You might need to invest in a higher speed internet. Buy some props, but don't go nuts buying props. You don't need Google Slides. Okay? But don't be afraid to invest in the equipment that you need there. Okay? Maybe it is training that you need to go to. Okay? Go to stuff like this. Learn. I'm going to be honest, Shannon, as soon as she put up that book a while ago, Kindle. Purchase. I bought the book. Okay? Now, finding the time.
You got to tell them what other book they need to read. You know what I'm talking about.
Little Soldiers. Little Soldiers.
You haven't read Little Soldiers.
Little Soldiers, you need to read that one too. Okay? So spend the time, spend effort. So go read books, take workshops. I also wrote down that podcast that Tina was talking about. I wrote down that podcast. That's what I'm going to listen to on the plane on the way back home tonight.
You post that on Teacher's Hired, because I did not write it down.
I will post that on Teacher's Hired, okay? So if you're looking for some of those links, in fact, I'll put links to all of those books. Everything. With my Amazon link that I will make a little bit off of that.
Full disclosure.
There you go. Anyway, okay. So learn some Mandarin. There is a wonderful site. Now I'm like, Tina, what is it?
Yo-Yo Chinese?
Yes. Yeah. There is a great site.
Yo-Yo Chinese?
What is it again?
Yo-Yo Chinese.
Yo-Yo Chinese. Yo-Yo Chinese, you can take some lessons on there. The first of all were free, and I learned so much. I've been learning things about the different tones. I didn't understand that. I was a year and a half through teaching before I learned about the different tones in Chinese. That explains to them why when we say ball, 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 and they go, that's the same word? Because in Chinese, that would be 3 different words. That's 3 different tones. So, yeah, interesting things to know about that. Okay? But learn some Mandarin. They are so impressed when you say, Xin Yang Guai Le, and they say, you know Chinese. I spent 8 days in China. I can say hello, goodbye, thank you.
No need. Bouillon, je suis.
And shesh. And teacher, Lao Shun. Okay?
You gotta add that last one though, Benny. You gotta add, I don't know.
I don't know that one.
Let's put it out.
Okay, what'd she say?
You say that in class, your students will die. They're like, whoa,
Oh.
sure, now.
Now.
They'll be like, teacher, because you just said, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
what is Chinese? I don't know.
Brian Chu taught us as a DC journey, he taught us how to say, you are so smart. And I said that I'll go on the higher group and I'll post on this. when I get back to my computer tomorrow.
you do
He
Google
taught me how to
Translate
say you are so smart. And I used that in classes for the first couple of weeks before I forgot it because I'm a 1 hour memory person. I used that in class and the kids were like, they were so excited that I had said that in their language. All right, next thing. Invest in yourself by taking some time off. Some of you are workaholics. Okay? Some of you are obsessed, okay? And I'm preaching to the choir here because if I'm not teaching, I'm on that Facebook. I'm working to share my referral code. Working. Okay? Back to the referring thing, if you're going to share your link somewhere, take care of them, help them through the process. Okay? Don't just leave them abandoned. Yay, they clicked on my links. Okay? Now, help them do it, okay? But do take some time off. Okay? And make sure that you shut down from everything and disconnect. We love to take cruises for our vacations because
No internet.
no internet. Okay? And it forces me to turn off the dang phone. Okay? To turn it off and not stay and feel like, they need me. My Facebook group needs me to answer this question that anyone else. Take some time off. Take a nap. Sometimes you gotta take a nap. Okay? So take some time off. I really, okay, my husband's a pastor, so I'm going to preach a little bit here. There's a reason we have a Sabbath, because we need that rest. Our bodies need that rest. You need a day to sleep in, even if you do wake up early as normal. But take the time and get the rest that you need. Nobody is doing well when you are so exhausted that you can't teach. Or if you're spending so much time teaching that you can't take care of your family. And you can't spend quality time with them. Or you're so glued to your phone that you don't want to talk, that you're not talking to your children. And then what do? They go into their phone. Woo. Talking to myself right there, okay, y'all? Really. Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Do your nails. When y'all get paid, do you treat yourself a little bit? Okay, you could. Whether it be, a Starbucks or a movie with the family or a vacation or whatever it might be. But, if it's, and I get it, we all got bills to pay. Y'all, my husband's been out of work for 7 months now. Okay? I got bills to pay. And so it's like, I got to teach more, I got to refer more, I got to make more money in order to do that. I get that pressure. But there's also a point of saying, dang it, I worked hard for this. It's okay to buy that shirt. It's okay to get my nails done. It's okay to do whatever. It's okay to invest in this. Folks, invest in your business and building things. When Nancy Taylor offered her new coaching course that she's doing for referring and all that, I've helped over 500 teachers get hired. I kind of know what I'm doing. I've got a big website and everything for it all. First one to sign up, because I see it as an investment in myself and in my business. You got to do that. Okay, but treat yourself with that. And if you make friends with other teachers, okay? We live a very isolated work environment, work life. Okay, it's me, my computer, and my dog. Okay. Maybe the cats, if I can get them to come to me, but they're very antisocial. They don't want to come in. They get really mad if I pick them up and put them in class. Okay. But it's very isolated and, frankly, very lonely. I'm a social person. I love to talk to people. Okay. And I thrive off of that. I'm an extrovert. My husband is very much an introvert. And when I'm at home, it's lonely. So make some friends. Do more than text and message. Call each other. Spend time together physically with them. Whether that be another VIPKid friend or just another friend outside of that. You've got to invest in other people because that's just good for your sanity. Okay? And if you get the chance, go to China. Go to China. Okay, whether you win the trip or not. One of the ladies that won the trip with us, Jenny Hannon, wonderful, sweet lady. She won for the highest number of feedbacks. You know how she won? She had a contest with her kids. And if their parents left feedback in their next class, they got to spin the wheel for a prize, and it was like a sticker or something like that. And then, yeah, and she had like 90% feedback. Okay? 90% 5-apple feedback because she had a lot of regulars, and they just once she got to that point, the parents just knew every class they had to go get 5 apples, every single class. Yeah.
Did she mail them?
Yeah, she mailed it to him, or she took it to him when she went to China. Okay, and mailed it to them. So you do what you need to do. If you can't,
I bet that was cheaper than that flight.
probably. So, you know, whether you win the contest or you pay for it and you go on and go on one of the field trips, go to China. It will change your life. Okay, I have traveled internationally before. I've been to other countries. Beijing is nothing like that. Okay, so go to China. And you'll meet the firemen. This is one of the firemen there. We had such a sweet time with them. They were so gracious, so kind to us. You know what that is?
Durian.
Oh, yeah.
Right across the street. Right across the street from our hotel. I don't know if y'all stayed at the same hotel we did, but right across the street from our hotel was a grocery store. I looked over there and it was a blue sign and there was a tree blocking it and I could see Mart. And I thought, oh, it's Walmart. No, it was Woo Mart. And it stunk because they had you need to experience durian. Don't eat it, just smell it.
You can buy durian in a
Don't eat something that looks back at you. It was actually pretty good. Do not eat the deer Achilles tendon.
Oh.
Don't go there. Don't eat that.
I didn't go there.
I had one bite and no one.
What is it?
Deer Achilles tendon.
But you go make dumplings. Okay, go learn how to make dumplings. They were so sweet. I don't know if the field trips do this or not. I know they're doing it for the winter trip, but they took us to a cooking class, and they taught us how to make dumplings. And it was in one of the hutongs, one of the old neighborhoods in this building that was probably 200 years old, and they taught us how to make dumplings. So go learn how to make dumplings, and then you can go find every vat and laugh about it and have jokes and you know, he broke the vat. So you can't really tell to see the wall over here on the right side of that. That's where Eric and I were leaning up against it, and I was like, oh, look, it's a vat. He just takes this look. I was like, do you know why vats are funny? You know. So I had to tell him the story of Sim McGuan. But go climb the steps to the Temple of Heaven. Amazing. Go listen to the back on the back side of that park. There's a place called the Echo Wall that there was a whole group of about 100 people singing. And they were singing in Chinese, but it was so cool. They had this exercise area around the front. See, that's what I'm talking about. They had this exercise around the area that they had women doing Tai Chi. And I was singing to myself, do Tai Chi. And we dropped our bags and we joined them and we did Tai Chi with them, and it was so really cool. And they were so sweet to us. We'd do some move and about fall over, and they're just looking at us go. But it was so cool. Go to the Summer Palace. See the summer. It was gorgeous. So pretty in there. And then go meet your students. This is Leo. Leo is now in level 4. And he struggles a little bit, but he's getting better. I've taught him every class for about the last year and a half. He actually took a break. I haven't seen him since November, and he showed up in my class this past week. So that's Leo that I had there. There's Tina and all of her kids. She had this horde around the entire time. But she had lots of kids there. And this is Jessie. Jessie turned 7 last week. She's just 7, and she's level 4. And very fluent. She was born in Baltimore. Her parents were there for school, and she's very fluent. She's the sweetest little girl to me. And they could not come to the meetup that they had, but they took me out to dinner one night and just had a sweet time with them. It will change your life. It will help you understand that connection with them. It will help you understand their the way their life is. So much more about their life in there. If you go to China and experience that freedom. How am I doing on time? I have no clue.
It's 224.
We good? Okay. So we're gonna open it up for questions, so that's all I have. So invest in protect your business, build your business with VIPKid, protect it from VIPKid. Okay? Whatever you need to do to protect it from them. And then, because it's easy, to do something and then ends up, you lose your job. And I don't want that to happen to any of you. So we got to protect that. Okay? With 100,000 teachers, honestly, it's easy for them to just say, see ya.
Yeah.
Next. And I hate to feel expendable, but sometimes, but invest in yourself, invest in your students. Okay? Questions, anything about whatever, couldn't think his brain, which could not take longer.
How did they choose the students to come visit you? Did they say, okay, you're in Beijing, they emailed your Beijing students?
They told us, as soon as we went, and first off, I had no clue that I was even in the running for winning when I won. I knew that I wasn't going to win for referrals because Tina was like way in the league for referrals that month. And now they're not even giving trips for the referrals. But I had no clue. And I woke up the morning that they announced it, someone sent me an email that said, congratulations. And I'm like, for what? And no clue that I won. But once they told us that we won, they told us to send them a list of our students that we wanted to invite. So as soon as I found out I was coming, every single class, do you live in Beijing? Do you live in Beijing? Yeah, because I didn't know where a lot of my kids learned, so they helped me to know where they live. And so anyone that lived in Beijing, we were asking them. Oh, one other thing on invest in yourself, buy the jacket. When you get to that 6 contract, I don't care that they're charging for it now. Treat yourself. This is a badge of honor. Yeah. Absolutely, this is a badge of honor. I worked hard. I worked 2.5 years. Spend the $35 and buy the jacket.
From where?
Okay.
You have to get to your 6th contract.
Yeah, 3 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
It doesn't show up.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you. They had to custom make this one. Okay. All right. They were very kind to do that, but they had to custom make it. Because the 4X in China is not a 4X. But yeah, I wasn't supposed to tell you that because they said they probably wouldn't do that for anyone else. The 4X that they have, I can wear. It fits fine in the shoulders. I just can't zip it up because of. Anyway.
But always size up.
Yeah.
Size up.
Size up. At least 1, maybe 2 sizes. Okay? But wait. Yes, ma'am.
This has always bothered me. Why does it have 2 zippers?
It's a venting. It vents it.
This is my vent.
Airs it out.
It's my vent here. It's to make it look different than all the knockoffs.
Okay.
I guess. I don't know. You can get a knockoff one on Wish or on AliExpress, but when you get to that 6th contract, buy the jacket. You earned it. Okay? It's 3.5 classes. Buy the jacket. Okay? Some people are like, I'm not going to do that because they're not paying for it. Buy the jacket. You've earned that. Wear that as a badge of honor. You see people walking through with a jacket on, you go, oh, they've been here for a long time. Okay? Other questions?
You talk about making connections with the parents. Like,
Yes.
that just seems, for me, because usually it's just my kids, every once in a while you might hear a parent or see a parent. How do you begin to make those relationships?
Well, sometimes I talk with them in the class for just a second, maybe right at the end of class. If you're on WeChat, that might be an option to do that. I know. Yes,
It's all a very complicated process.
You
It
show
is.
you
First
show
off,
your
just getting
thing and they
approved
know.
To have a WeChat account sometimes can be a pain because you have to have somebody else approve you. I use Minicam and Google Slides, and I have created a slide that says, welcome to my class or something like that, and it has my QR code from WeChat on it. So, if it's a no-show or something like that, I'll put it up on there. I actually was sitting in a no-show one time and I had that up there, and all of a sudden I get this WeChat request. It was a fireman. Yeah, the fireman sent me a Facebook request. So, yeah, it was kind of cool. But yeah, I put up my QR code and they can do it from there. Okay, or you can put your ID in your feedback. Connect with me on WeChat. I don't do that for every parent. No. Good. Yeah. Only those parents. You got to be careful with that.
Introducing yourself into the WeChat world of students can go backwards. So
I don't post anything, and I'm also on What's the Weibo, yes. I'm on Weibo, but I don't post anything on there. I did do that when I was a new teacher. I posted stuff on Weibo when I was a new teacher trying to get bookings. Okay. Now that's fine. I was getting my class, so I don't have that issue. Yeah. That. Okay?
I've got the password, but it keeps saying it's invalid.
Yeah, it's an issue for, you have to have somebody else verify you, and I've tried to verify people and it'll never let me do it.
Yeah,
Never
like
let me do it.
cookies, something.
So I've had a parent create one for me, so I'm on one of her extra ones.
Okay, that works. Okay. So if you're not in my group, I expect to see lots of requests to join the VIPKid Teachers Hire group. I'm also on YouTube. Just look up Teacher Penny Davis on YouTube. I've posted a lot about referrals. If you're not sure what the referral process is, if you follow me, I try to keep up to date with that as quickly as I can. But sometimes, they don't send out. I want you guys to understand this. They do not send out information to those of us that do referrals and say, here's the latest process, and they don't send it to us, okay? We have to find out from our referrals that it changes, okay? So we may be a little bit behind the curve, because sometimes they'll say, well, it shows this, and you said this, and I'm like, well, let me go look. And that's how we find out about changes in the process, okay? Anyway, if you have any questions, please be sure and contact me on YouTube or Facebook or email. My email is teacherpennyvipkid@gmail.com. I guess I should put that up there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so teacherpennyvipkid@gmail.com. Okay? Thanks, everybody.
Woo!